prides himself on being a modest man. He is a modest man with much to be modest about. Lady Astor once asked me, if I were your wife, I would poison your tea. I told her, if I were your husband, I would drink it. Some men change their party for the sake of principles, while other men change their principles for the sake of their party, usually the latter. I've often had to eat my own words, but I found them delicious anyway. People have asked me if I could be prepared to die an unexpected death. An unexpected death would be easier to handle. I would be ready to meet my maker. Whether my maker would be ready to meet me, another question. A fanatic is one who won't change his mind and who won't change the subjects. Nazis and commies. Franklin Roosevelt once found me naked while I was staying at the White House, and I assured him I had nothing to hide. While I was addressing the U.S. Congress, I said, if I had an American father and a British mother instead of the other way around, I might have been here this earlier. I'm a painter, you know. I paint landscapes and buildings. Why no people, I replied. The trees don't complain and they stay still. That's why I paint landscapes. If Hitler had invaded hell, at least I would have one good word to say about the devil. Yay, yay, yay. I told Roosevelt, don't get up on my account. And he said, don't worry, I won't. Yes, that's the way he was. Some people thought I looked like John Bull, the British version of Uncle Sam. Others thought that I was just full of bull. Hey. I lost the election to Parliament in 1922 because the Liberal Party collapsed and I couldn't campaign because I had an appendectomy. So I found myself without an office, without a party, without a job, and without an appendix. People complained I abandoned the Conservative Party for the Liberal Party and then switched back again. To tell you the truth, I was just going to whoever had the best party at the time. Okay. During the Boer War, I became a national hero by escaping from an enemy prison and crossing 300 miles back to our lines. So if you want to become famous, escape from prison. Jolly good, cheerio. Roosevelt said I might have 50 ideas a day and maybe 3 or 4 good ones out of those. Surely he must be exaggerating. When I went to the barber, he asked me, how would I like my hair? I said, could you possibly leave a lot more there than when you started? My dad's a Brit. My mom's a Yank. So if you're an American in the living room, what are you in the bathroom? European. By Jove, jolly good, cheerio. Anyway, I have always opposed communism. I'm sorry more Russians have not opposed it as well. When Germany invaded Russia, who do you root for there? Stalin or Hitler? Not an easy choice. Stalin killed tens of millions by his incompetence, while Hitler killed tens of millions by his viciousness. In the end, we chose the idiot over the sadist. Stalin had a sense of humor, but it was strange. His idea of a joke was, 1 death is a tragedy, 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. That was one of Stalin's jokes. Someone asked me, what should a young man who wants to be a politician be able to do? I replied, he should be able to predict what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, and next year, and also the ability to explain afterwards why none of your predictions happened. A lady once told me, Winston, you're drunk. I told her, Bessie, tomorrow you'll be ugly. Tomorrow I'll be sober, but you'll still be ugly. Politics is exciting as war, and it's dangerous. In war, you can only be killed once, but in politics, many times. They never stop killing you. I suggested Prime Minister MacDonald might get a job in the freak show because he was the biggest boneless wonder I've ever seen. I've also said of MacDonald, he had the uncanny ability to put the largest number of words into the smallest amount of thought. Oh, I'm glad I left him. I commented on the new member of Parliament whose speech was too long. I said he was speaking for practice, which he surely needs, but not in Parliament. When my party lost the election in 1945, my wife consoled me, calling it a blessing in disguise. I said, if that's so, it's really well disguised. Oh, I couldn't stand it. It wasn't hard to find a song for my wife, Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. Oh, perfect song for my wife. I consider one of my greatest accomplishments to be convincing my wife to marry me. I figured if I could do that, if I could please her, I could do anything. As for former Prime Minister Baldwin, he was loved by everybody. Unfortunately, nobody knew him. Too bad. The power of deterrence is when both sides have a nuclear weapon, when one side can destroy the other, and then nobody will want to destroy anyone at all. When some speaker in Parliament was giving a particularly long-winded speech, I closed my eyes. Then he yelled at me, "Must you sleep while I am speaking?" And I said, "No," I replied, "but that seemed to be the best use of your speech." I didn't back down from criticizing others. Playwright George Bernard Shaw sent me 2 tickets to see the opening of his new play in London. Being a friend, I said, "If you have one, bring a friend if you have one," he said. I told him I couldn't make the opening, but I would try to make the second performance if there was one. He was really better than that. When I turned 80 years old, they asked me if I would retire, and I said, "No, not until my health is worth and the empire much better." Russia is a riddle, wrapped inside a mystery, rolled inside an enigma. Even the Russians don't understand Russia. I have nothing to offer you but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. I can reasonably be assumed that I am not going out on a limb with those political promises. I've heard Hitler was a painter too, but in the war he only painted himself in a corner. General Charles de Gaulle was not an easy man to work with. Well, we all have our crosses to bear, but mine is a cross of Lorraine. We resolved not to make all the same mistakes of the past. However, we will not be able to avoid making different mistakes in the future. We were pleased that Hitler escaped assassination in 1944. We needed his incompetence to help us win the war. When Al Smith ran for president of the United States, I suggested a slogan, "Al for all and all for Al." But now apparently they're all for Roosevelt. On my trip to America, I found the newspapers too thick and the toilet paper too thin. Otherwise, America was fine. I am proud of my youthful appearance. After all, I look like all newborn babies. When I was married, I received 17 inkstands as presents. I should have had a longer wish list. You remember my great speech before the House of Commons? When the Germans were preparing to invade Britain, I said, "We shall not flag or fail. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas. We shall defend our island. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the fields. We shall fight on the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. Yay, yay, yay. Long may our flag wave." This is why a determined, persistent person will beat a smarter opponent any day. Because those who never get up, never say die, never stop believing, will achieve victory, victory, victory for peace, freedom and the Western world. When I was campaigning for public office, a man told me, I'd sooner vote for the devil than you. And I replied, if your friend is not running, can I count on your support? How did Hitler tie his shoelaces? And the little Nazis. Oh. Yes, in 1940, we expected to be invaded. We thought the Battle of Britain was about to begin. The odds against us made our cause look hopeless. The fury and might of our enemy, Germany, was unleashed against us, but we braced ourselves to our duties. So, if the British Empire lasted 1,000 years, people will remember this was our finest hour. Yay! Our finest hour. People need to be inspired. They need to have hope. They want to be moved, to take action, to do great things. It took World War II to get us to act. Oh, if only we could have done it easier. We tried. They gave free speech to all in Germany after World War I, and by letting Hitler say whatever he wanted freely, the world found out how expensive free speech is. Some people complain about the empire. They say we exploit. Well, if we didn't use people, they might not feel useful. We give them a great use to serve the empire. Once a Labour MP I despised came to see me when I was sitting on the toilet. I told him, wait, I can only take one at a time. That's what Labour are. I used to play a bit of polo. I tried water polo, but my horse drowned. Never again. I heard about this fictional spy, Bond, James Bond. Well, I was a real James Bond in my younger days, in the Boer War, and in World War I. Yes, I was a spy. I escaped from prison. I crossed enemy lines. I shot soldiers in combat. I served in the trenches. My war years seem so glorious now, but at the time, I was just fighting to survive. And then there was Hitler. Why did Hitler hate golf? Because he kept ending up in the bunker. Hitler said he wanted peace. The problem was he wanted the peace of Austria. He wanted the peace of Poland, the peace of France, the peace of Russia, a peace of the world with everything attached to it. We couldn't make that happen. What do you get when you rearrange the letters in the words mother-in-law? Rearrange the letters in the word mother-in-law, what do you get? You get Hitler woman. Yes. What was Hitler's favorite letter? Nazi. What did we call Hitler when he was mad? A sauerkraut. Yes. Hitler hated jokes about him. He could not see the humor. They could make him furious. How could you tell when Hitler was sick? When he had a little doom cough. What did the devil say to Hitler? Down here, it's hell Hitler, not high Hitler. Hell. Hitler said, the bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. Obviously, he was an expert on lies. If everyone around Hitler said, Heil Hitler, what did he say? Heil myself? Okay, thank you for this time. Long live Britannia. God save the Queen. Cheerio. Good night. Hey, by Joe. Hey, see you. Army hearties. I am Jolly Roger, the pirate. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. I am the scourge of the seven seas. I have some pirate jokes for you. Why don't pirates go to strip clubs? Because we already have plenty of booty. Yay! What did the pirate say when his wooden leg got stuck in the freezer? Shiver me timbers! What kind of grades do pirates get in school? High C's. Oh, that's me hearties. Arr, arr. How did the pirate become a boxer? Because he had a great hook. That's how the pirates do it, the pirate way. Okay, what do pirates and pimps have in common? We both say, yo ho, and walk with a limp. Army hearties, army hearties. Oh, who was the first pirate? Noah, because he built the ark. What do you call a female pirate with a wooden leg? Peg. Why don't pirates play cards? Because the captain is always standing on the deck. Yes, here's some pirate pick-me-up lines we use. Mind if I plunder your booty? You make my Roger jolly. You make surrender your booty. Mind if I drop anchor in your lagoon? Oh, my belt buckle would be so nice against your forehead. Oh, we pirates don't have the reputation of always being polite. Aye, avast me hearties. How do you make a pirate angry? Take away his pee and then he becomes irate. Where do pirates put their weapons? In their enemies. Arr, arr. What kind of movies do pirates like? Duh, pirated movies. R-rated, of course. What's the difference between a pirate and a strawberry farmer? A pirate buries his treasure, while a farmer treasures his berries. Arr, avast me hearties. What do you call a pirate who skipped school? Captain Hooky. Ho, ho, ho. How much do pirates charge to pierce ears? A buccaneer. Get it? Buccaneer? What did the pirates say when playing chess? Checkmatey. Arr, avast me hearties. Where are my buccaneers? My buccaneers. On the side of my bucking head. Arr. Blow the man down, matey, blow the man down. Way, blow the man down, blow the man. Not that I'm insinuating anything here. I never knew what that song was supposed to mean. Oh, sea jokes. How do you communicate with the fish? Just drop it a line. What did the fish restaurant fail? Because they advertised, you want crabs? We've got crabs. You can get crabs from us. Okay, what do mermaids wear to math class? They wear their algae bras. What fish does the Pope eat? Holy mackerel. Why did James Bond go to sea? He wanted some octopussy. Army arty. Ahoy, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. What game do fish play? Name that tuna. What day do fish hate? Friday. What did the fish say when it ran into the wall? Damn. Why won't sharks attack lawyers? Professional courtesy. Near pirates either. What candy do sharks like? Oh, jawbreakers. Any good shark movies? Jaws. All the other ones bite though. What's shark's favorite movies? Eating Nemo. Ho ho ho, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Who gives sharks presents? Santa Jaws. What do you call the stuff stuck between a shark's teeth? Slow swimmers. The dangers of the sea. What shark loans money? The loan shark. What Bible story do sharks like? Noah's shark. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. If you're smart, you won't be dumb. I may be a pirate, but I'm no bum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Excuse me while I spit out my gum. Okay. Jolly good, ships ahead. Have a safe time at sea. Goodbye and good night. Bald eagle. the bald eagle. My motto is be. Be what you want to be. Be strong. Be brave. Be smart. Be good. And be modest, of course. Be. B-E, the bald eagle. Be all that you can be with the bald eagle. Now for some self-depreciation jokes. When I was going bald, I asked my doctor if he had anything to help keep my hair in. And he said, "Here," and he handed me a paper bag. Yeah, some help. You ladies complain about having a bad hair day. Oh, this is a bad hair life. A no hair life. Try that. I often wear hats, so people aren't blinded by the glare of my forehead. Yes. Someone gave me a comb. I said, "Thanks. I'll never part with it." Yes, thanks. Trying to give me a hint, I see. Okay, I'm not getting bald. I'm just getting more head. Get more head, less hair. When I went to fighter pilot school, they called me the Eagle. Not because I was good, but because I was bald. I'm so bald, when I take a shower, I get brainwashed. I'm so bald, I started a bowling team called the Cue Balls. And we play the 8 balls, and a team of ministers called the Holy Rollers, and a team of crocs called the Alligators. I'm so bald. I'm so bald. Mr. Clean got jealous. That's hard to do. I'm so bald. Superman mistook me for Lex Luthor. I'm so bald. People think I'm a full moon. Does my head look like a full moon? I won't ask that again. Okay, now for the bald song. She asked me why I'm such a bald guy. I'm bald high and low. Don't ask me, I don't know. I'm a chrome dome, a round head, a flat head, a bull brain. John McCain, a full moon is too soon. Hair gone, all gone. Mr. Clean, leading me to Kojak, The Rock, Lex Luthor, Yul Brynner, George Foreman, Thurman, Norman, Eisenhower, Sinead O'Connor, Michael Jordan, Samuel L. Jackson, Andrea Gassi, Yoda and Gandhi, Howie Mandel, Winston Churchill, Billy Zane, Herman Cain, Ben Kingsley, Dick Cheney. Say it loud, I'm bold and I'm proud. Yeah. Okay, now for some eagle jokes. Well, what did the eagle say to the fish? I'm pleased to eat you. Why don't eagles like fast food? Because it's too hard to catch. We don't like to work for a meal. What do you call a sick eagle who changes direction? An illegal turn. What's my favorite position? The spread eagle. A policeman stopped the car with an eagle, and the cop said, "You should take that eagle to the zoo." The next day, the cop sees the same man, the same eagle. The cop says, "Didn't I tell you to take the eagle to the zoo?" And the man said, "I did, and we had such a great time, we're going to the beach." At the movie theater, I saw an eagle, and I asked, "What are you doing here?" And the eagle said, "I'm here because I like the book." Well, I suppose he could do that. What's good for an eagle, but bad for your dog? Getting worms. Not all bald eagles are proud. Some still try to comb their hairs with feathers over their heads. No, they can't be proud being an eagle. What do you get when you kiss a sick eagle? Chirpies. You can't soar with the eagles if you roost with the turkeys. What do you call a Philadelphia eagle with a Super Bowl ring? A thief. The Philadelphia Eagles have never won the Super Bowl. Well, thank you. Thank you. I gotta fly. Fly like an eagle. Fly, fly.